it's kind of amazing that you've taken what you love to do, and basically you've turned it into a hobby you make money at. You brought your family into it, but did you actually have to talk her into racing? I mean, hey, did he have to talk you into racing, or did you beg him?
I begged him.
Are you serious? Was it? Huh?
Yeah.
So you don't want like a pony or a horse or something?
No.
You just want a new race car?
Yeah.
You think you might be as good as him someday?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're on that route, huh? Hey, Brian, take me back a little bit on how you got to where you're at today, because obviously you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman.
Yeah. Long story short, I grew up in a small town in Nebraska, and I always had dreams of doing something bigger, you know, and I was in this small town, and I told myself, once I graduate high school, I'm going to head to California. I just turned pro racing dirt bikes, chase my dream. I told my dad, give me 1 year, I'll come back. If not, if I don't make it, I'll come back and go to college. So I really had to drive.
So you basically put yourself up against the wall. You gave yourself a challenge, really.
Yeah, for sure. And I went out there, rented a room from a buddy, slept on the floor. Like, I had an old pickup truck and a dirt bike, and just made it work, you know. I went out there, got on a race team, worked super hard, won a Supercross, you know, defied all odds. Won it on a bike I bought at a shop, and at that point is when we started building freestyle motocross on the side as just for fun with the buddies, and we talked X Games into doing it as a sport. Once it hit X Games '99, that's when the militia, I started to put this group, you know, together, and the name Metal Militia sounded cool, so we put it on our group, and next thing you know, it just started building. Travis Pastrana was a good guy, we were the rebels, and the sport grew, and we built through that. And I'd say without freestyle motocross, I wouldn't really be here today, and that's, you know, X Games and extreme sports is really where I came from.
But it's kind of funny how you said you kind of took something where you guys were kind of the rebels, you guys were the different guys. But if you walk around this whole facility here, there are a lot of people that followed your lead.
Yeah, yeah. You know the way things evolved for me, you know, we were the rebels. We were the guys out there trying to make the scene and, you know, start a new sport and pave the way for other guys, but we did it in a way of just like, we were trying to be unique and just be crazy, and you had to be to do freestyle motocross. But as life evolves, you know, at the time, you know, any guy goes through their young years, they're crazy, having a good time, you know, making a little money, and you're going for it, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'll get married, you know, I have a kid, and stuff changes, you know, and it's not cool to be that guy, you know, when you're older, and eventually you grow up, is what I'm, you know, trying to say. And I think in the end, I've tried to grow up to be a better person, not a person that's gotten worse, you know. The bottom line is I'm trying not to be about me anymore. It's about the kids, it's about the team, it's about my sponsors, it's trying to be about more people, because I used to just be about, you know, it was about like what I was going to do for myself and, you know, to get ahead, and now it's not about that really anymore.
You know, how much did she change your life? Oh, you're 9 years old now?
Yep.
How much did she change your life?
I'd say at least a good 180, you know. And it was, well, her and, you know, the wife helped out too there.
She's been around for 16 years.
Yeah, she's seen it.
I know who runs the show around here. You don't have to explain it to me. We know who's in charge here.
So yeah, it's a good team, you know. In the end, it's changed my life, you know, 100%. To think 15 years ago when I'd be standing here with 3 kids and you know, married and happy with a totally different life, I would never, you know, didn't think that, you know. But life's changed for the better for me, and if I was still where I was 10 years ago, it'd be better, dude. You know, this is where I want to be, so I'm happy.
Brian, you're doing something really special. I mean, you're a family man. You've been successful as a family man. You're an entrepreneur. You're nuts. I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, seeing that you've almost lost your life 3 times. But share with us, Brian, how you want to make a difference in every city you go to here with the Lucas Oil Off-Road event.
For me, you know, it's I'd say I've been blessed. You know, my life is good, and you know, I've been fortunate to have my business do well and meet and have good friends, good people around me, and you know, in the end, you know, I've visited hospitals. I've been to places where people aren't so fortunate. You know, dealing with a lot, you know, bad times, and I think a lot of people take it for granted when they're out having a great day, and there's people that are not having a good day. You know, there's a lot of people don't know about that.
We do take a lot for granted, don't we, Brian?
You know, I think you know, you think about it, like, you know, a lot of people have good lives, you know, and the thing is that for me, it's easy to lose track of the people who don't and that are going through tough times. And for me, I was telling myself, you got to do something about it. here one day, and you know, you get busy and stuff goes by.
Sure.
Finally, I just said, you know what? This season, I'm gonna my Pro 2, my first full season in the Pro 2. I'm dedicating my prize winnings to a charity every race. And the first race will be Loma Linda Children's Hospital, the cancer ward, and it's just something I had, you know, just made the call and to Lucas Oil and said, this is what I want to do. Don't let me change. This is what's happening. And they said, all right. I go, just send my check there. And hopefully it's the start of something bigger for everyone else. It's not about me, it's about like everyone else. Come on, if he can do it, you know, we can at least give something.
Well, Haley, you're really blessed to have a mom and dad like you have, that they want to go out and make a difference. And if you just keep following in their footsteps, your life will be a lot brighter too.
Yeah, that's why I want to do, follow my dad and my mom's footsteps.
Off-road riding with Brian Deegan has been brought to you by